What's up, y'all? Super Crespi here watching HS Game Time.
Coming up on the Saturday Scouting Report, the Rancho Verde goes head-to-head with Riverside Poly. Arlington with a dramatic comeback versus Valley View. Vista Murrieta has no trouble with Crespi. Another great game for Great Oak hosting Summit. Tahquitz takes down Temecula Valley. Corona checks into the win column against La Sierra. Carter tosses the shutout at Colton, and Norte Vista visited Bloomington. All that and much more coming up on the show. Brought to you by Hardy Homes and Estates. When you list with Hardy, start packing. So what's all the buzz about? We're a couple cool cats. It must be a sign. HS Game Time always treats you like a king on the Saturday Scouting Report. The show starts now.
Novi loves HS Game Time. Here's Pep.
Welcome to the Saturday Scouting Report. I'm Pep Fernandez. The Rancho Verde staked its claim as the team to beat in the Inland Valley League after defeating Riverside Poly in Week 5. Let's head to Ramona Stadium. Mustangs, Bears, oh yeah. We kick off the scoring when Poly's Nick Blunt boots the 29-yard field goal to get Poly on the board first. Later in the opening frame, it's the green-eyed dragon, Keyshawn Slaughter, breaks off this 55-yard run to crank up the offense. Still in the first, Mustangs quarterback Sharon Jones going 10 yards to Slaughter as Rancho Verde goes on top 7-3. To the second, Poly quarterback Chandler Drakeslin fumbles, but Akili Ross scoops it up in the end zone for the touchdown. Right place, right time. Ross with the score. Bears up 9-7. Still in the second, Rancho Verde with the ball. Jones picked off by Ross in the end zone as the Mustangs are turned away. Now let's fast forward to the third. The Mustangs are back on offense. Slaughter, get in there. The Rancho Verde goes up 15-9. Later in the third, the Bears looking to answer, but they fumble the ball, and the Mustangs' Marlon Bennett recovers. The Rancho Verde would make them pay. Jones to Xavion Brown for the 16-yard touchdown strike. Mustangs up 21-9. Then in the fourth, Slaughter goes in for one more score. The Rancho Verde tops Poly 28-16. Now it's Arlington at Valley View. The Lions will get the Bears next week. Scoreless first quarter. Valley View's opening drive. Josh Gonzalez, the 25-yard field goal to put Valley View up 3-zip. Now to the second quarter. Still 3-zip when Eagles' Jeffrey Trujillo Wilcoxon 1-yard touchdown run, and they push their lead to 10-zip. Now to the second quarter, check out this wild play. Arlington quarterback Wyatt Moore passing to DeAndre Thornton, bobbles it up in the air, but the ball ends up in the hands of Tommy Negretti. 41 yards on the pass completion. Now Valley View led 17-15 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the ballgame, and the Lions roar back. Wyatt Moore, the old gunslinger, 25-yard touchdown pass to Lavelle Thomas. Arlington up 22-17. Could they hold that lead? Valley View with the ball, looking to punch in the winning touchdown, but Abraham Nuno is picked off by Lovey. The Lions with a thrilling 22-17 win. The land of the Big 8 kicks off in Week 6. Norco coming off a major upset of Alemany in week number 5. A huge upset, 38-27. Corey Young leading the way with 274 yards on the ground. Next up for Norco, big-time rival Centennial. King will open the Big 8 with an unblemished mark of 5-0. Ben Garcia, the touchdown for the Wolves as they took on Ramona in Week 5. Then it's the Kings' king of defense, Ray Basurdo, nearly has the safety on that tackle near the Ramona goal line. Later it's King on offense, going for it on fourth down. The Rams defense turns them away with a big-time stop. King would later settle in on offense. Quarterback Jacob Rogers to Deshaun Jackson for the big gain there. And that would set up this. It's Rogers. Discount double check. In for the touchdown. King wins 35-6. Next up for the Wolves, their Big 8 opener against Corona, and that's where we head next. The Panthers hosting La Sierra. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. Eagles with the ball first. Jonathan, the real deal McCoy, big run here, but no points on that drive for La Sierra. Now it's Corona with the ball. Quarterback Tristan Beck to his big target Ian Sutherland, and the Panthers are moving the chains. Now this time it's Beck to Sutherland again, and he'll take this down into the red zone for Corona, and they would cap off the drive with a touchdown. Beck to Briley Sheffield on the TD strike, and Corona's on the board. They led 7-0 in the first quarter. Panthers putting pressure on Eagles quarterback Derek Cruz. They come up with the sack here on this play, and now it's Corona back on offense. Beck's pass sails into the hands of Edgar Plazola for the La Sierra interception. So La Sierra's defense repays the favor. On the next Corona offensive drive, they give it to Nick Gibson. Big time run down to the 35-yard line of La Sierra. And then later, it's Beck dumping it off to Gibson. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give him the ball. He takes it down to the 15. Same drive, second quarter, Gibson punches in the touchdown. 14-0. Corona out in front. La Sierra, though, would waste little time to answer. Derek Cruz calls his own number. 53 yards on the touchdown run. And La Sierra makes it a 14-7 game on the Cruz touchdown. But Corona would answer with that guy, Gibson. 30 yards on the touchdown run. Corona wins 21-7, your final score. The Southwestern League also kicks off on Friday, and we've got a huge game right out of the gate. Murrieta Valley taking on Great Oak. The Wolfpack wrapped up non-league action against Summit in Week 5. A packed house at Great Oak. Jonathan Hernandez gets it cracking on offense. The big run by Hernandez gets Great Oak driving down the field. Next up, quarterback Laquan Williams to his favorite target, Brandon Presley, down to the Summit doorstep. You know what that means? Knock, knock, I'm home. Nick Fisher finishes off the drive with a touchdown. 7-0 Great Oak. The Skyhawks trying to hold off the Wolfpack attack. Williams under pressure. Hands off the hot potato to Raekwon Yates, who's swarmed by the Summit defense. The Skyhawks will later get on the board when Keyshawn Fleming airs it out to a wide open Jordan Washington for the touchdown, and we're even at 7 apiece. Now it's Great Oak back on the move on offense. Williams calling his own number. A little shake and bake action. Williams gets the chain gang moving. That would set up this. Williams to Presley, who's headed to the house. Great Oak stumps Summit 45-14. USC star Sua Cravens watching Vista Murrieta bounce back against Crespi. The Broncos coming off a loss to Cathedral Catholic, already up 35-0 at the half in this one. Vista Murrieta on defense, Randy Beggs. And what's that? You like more Bronco defense? You got it. Buzzy Bolton comes up with the interception. Nice play by the future Oklahoma Sooner. Vista Murrieta would find the end zone one more time. Stewart riding, cruising to the paint. The Broncos win 42-2, the final score. Temecula Valley on the road at Tahquitz, and here come the Titans. I need my face on one of those play calling signs, Coach Gregovich. Let's make this happen. The Golden Bears, Kyle Plantier out with an injury. Jordan Howard in at quarterback hits Kumar Kalambi for the completion for the Golden Bears. Now Tahquitz with the ball, but they fumble. Not much scoring for these high-scoring teams. The Titans quarterback, Fernando Blanco, to Michael Stewart for the nice pass completion there for the Titans. But Golden Bears, they would answer with a big play on defense. Nathan Chupp with the sack. Later, more Tahquitz. Blanco rolls out. Malik Bell, though, strips it loose for Temecula Valley, and Tahquitz fumbles on the play. The Golden Bears would get on the board first when Garrison Flores goes in for the Temecula Valley touchdown. The Golden Bears take the lead, but the Titans storm back and eventually win the game 15-14 the final. Tahquitz opens a Mountain Pass League play against rival Hemet in Week 6. Chaparral taking on Santa Fe. The Pumas warming up with the Oklahoma drill. Jeff Parenti at the game covering it for the Press Enterprise. The Chaparral defense came to play. Malik Lawwell, the big stop for Chaparral. The Pumas defense denying Santa Fe on this offensive series, and they would eventually be forced to punt. And that's when Darian Moulton enters the highlights. Block! And recovered in the end zone by Moulton for the touchdown. Chaparral wins 41-14 the final score. The Pumas open Southwestern League action with Murrieta Mesa. Carter will look to defend its San Andreas League title, but don't forget about San Gorgonio and Rialto. The Spartans and the Knights should also figure to be in the mix. The Lions at Colton in Week 5. Yellow Jackets, Lavonte Wilson. He injured his wrist. He was showing it to me on the sideline. Still playing defense, though, for Colton, although he wanted to get some playing time at running back. It was 0-0 at halftime. Third quarter, much of the same. not a lot of points in this one. Both teams' defenses making life tough to find the end zone. Here's Colton's Wilson still making plays on defense despite the wrist injury. He was battling out there for the Yellow Jackets. Now it's Carter's Lokini Toa Iloa repays the favor with a nice play for the Lions and a fan favorite on Twitter. Then it's the Yellow Jackets trying to spark the offense. Jared Campa, nice carry for Colton, but like all of their offensive possessions, no points to show for it. Final seconds of the third quarter, still 0-0 when the Lions' Zamori Ziegler takes this punt and go ahead and do the math. 85 yards back to the end zone. Ziegler makes the house call and Carter goes on to the win, 13-0. Over in the River Valley League, Norte Vista will begin defense of its title when they open with Ramona. The Braves taking on Bloomington. Derek Jones, state champion wrestler, also the quarterback for the football team. More on Jones in the Monday morning pep rally. My boy DeAndre Castanon injured for Novi, and there's Freddie Hawley. He will be eligible next week against Ramona in week 6. Now we start with the Bruins with the ball. Edgar Perez, the big run across midfield for the Bruins. So Bloomington driving on the Braves early in this one. They're looking to score on their first drive of the game, but they fumble and Novi recovers. So the Braves go to offense. Quarterback Michael Hedlund, the pitch to Andrew Martinez. A huge run here for the Braves, but most of those yards would come back because of a block in the back. Later on that same drive, it's Hedlund to Victor Gonzalez, the future University of Nevada Wolfpack. And then later, Anthony Perez. The nice run for Novi, spins out of a tackle and gets a couple more yards on that play. Later on that same drive, Hedlund's pass is tipped and Jose Ochoa comes down with it for Bloomington, so the Bruins get the INT. The Braves defense, though, they step up here on this play. Xavier Perez first to the ball for the loss. The Bruins, though, Edgar Perez, little guy but big-time runner. Check out another tough run by Perez. But Bloomington had a hard time cracking that Novi defense. Anthony Perez, big-time hit on the end of this one. And then later, it's Derek Jones to Jose Santiago in the second quarter, but no points on that drive for Bloomington. Still scoreless, just over a minute left to play before halftime. Hedlund to Gonzalez, touchdown Novi. Norte Vista wins 49-14, the final score in this one. Who loves 8-man? This guy. San Jacinto Valley Academy versus Noli Indian. Jacob Giambaresi highlighted the San Jacinto Valley Academy running game, and now it's a big run by Noli quarterback Jeremy Briones. Noli star running back Sadiq Kabir on the sidelines with a high ankle sprain, anxious to get into the game, and he would in a big way. With SJVA leading 8-zip, Noli quarterback Jeremy Briones launches a long pass to Netza Medina near the goal line, but Noli fails to score, and they trailed 8-zip at half. A touchdown by Noli's Adrian Salgado tied the game at 16 in the third quarter, and then here he comes, Kabir. He was crucial in the final drive and scores the game winner from 4 yards out with under 2 minutes to play. Noli Indian with a comeback. They improved to 5-0 for the first time ever with a 22-16 win. Well, thanks for watching the show, and it was brought to you by Hardy Homes and Estates. When you list with Hardy, start packing. We will see you on Wednesday for the Blitz as we preview Week 6 of the high school football season. Thanks for watching. I'm Pep Fernandez. We'll see you again next Saturday.